Hi guys, it's Bill from Catch 22 here. Today I want to talk about your arsenal. You know, as I've seen other YouTube videos, and a lot of people will go over their arsenal, and it's due to the fact that the viewers have questions. I have questions, you guys had questions, and the most common question is, what can I get by with? What are the basics that I need? What's affordable under a certain amount of money? So I thought I'd cover that from my perspective, because when I watch this, and I understand that, you know, there's kids out there, you know, who don't have a lot of money. There's adults out there who don't have a lot of money, or just have more important things to spend their money on than a fishing pole. So I thought I'd go over like a bare minimum, a basic setup, as well as rods and reels that are actually affordable. So I'm going to show you what I actually take out on my kayak. When I go out on the kayak, I tend to be a minimalist. So I think you can get away with having 3 rods on you, or owning in your arsenal. 3 rods. That'll help you cover different depths. That'll help you cover different lures in different fishing situations. Do I always go out with just 3 rods? No. You know, I take anywhere between 2 and 6 rods sometimes, depending on where I'm fishing, what I'm fishing for, and what I plan on doing for the day. So, but I figured the 3 rods that I'm about to show you, you know, if you're pond hopping, it's a lot easier to carry 3 rods. If you're out on a kayak, it's a lot easier to manage just 3 rods. If you're invited on your buddy's fishing boat, don't show up with 20 rods. He's not going to like that. But you can show up with 3 rods and it'll be totally cool. I've invited people out on my boat before, and they've come with their entire arsenal. Keep in mind, I have my entire arsenal out on the boat. So it can get interesting, to say the least, trying to manage all that equipment on a boat. So 3 rods will get you through that. Okay, so without further ado, let's go through them. First, I'll go with my Finesse rod, which is a spinning rod. Okay, and I believe everything I'm going to show you today is either under $100 or right at that $100 mark. So these are affordable, and you know what? You don't have to get the name brands, you know, that you see the big fishermen getting, or even the name brands I'm going to show you. You can go out and get what's affordable to you. All that really matters is that you have a fishing pole and that you're out there fishing and having a good time, right? I think so. But let me show you what I have. Okay. This is my Finesse rod. Okay. Now, the rod itself is a Berkeley rod. It's a lightning rod shock, and it is a 7-foot medium spinning rod. Okay. It has a fast tip on it, and paired with this, I have an Abu Garcia Cardinal SX30. Okay. It's a nice size reel. Okay. It's Abu Garcia, definitely a name you can trust. And the gear ratio is a 5:1. Well, it's 5:1 and 1. But this is a nice reel. This is a decent rod. This will get you fishing. Okay, I think this totaled around $100. The 2 pieces, I bought them separately. On the reel, I have 30-pound braid with a 8-pound fluorocoat leader. Okay, and I'll use this for all my finesse techniques. Right now I have basically a Ned rig on there, which is a simple jig head with a piece of Senko on there, and this works out great for me. All your finesse can be worked on in this rod. Your shaky heads, your drop shots, your wacky setups, anything you need to be at that lower part of the water column basically will be fished by this. I have 3 different setups that I'm going to show you. Those 3 setups are for different types of lures, but more importantly, they're for different parts of the water column. Whether you're fishing the lower bottom part of the water to the middle part of the water, where you're getting those suspended fish, or top water. These 3 combos will have you covered. So again, this is my Abu Garcia Cardinal SX30 paired with a Berkley lightning rod, 7-foot medium light on here at the moment. I have a Ned rig, but you can fish this with anything, finesse wise. But you can fish any type of finesse with this rod and reel. You can put a shaky head, you can fish wacky style, you can put your drop shot on this. This is a very versatile rod for all your finesse needs. Okay, we just covered the bottom water column. Let's go up a little bit and get those suspended fish. And what I have here, again, I'm going with Abu Garcia. It's a Silver Max combo, which means we have the Silver Max reel on the Silver Max rod. Okay, this reel is a 6:1 gear ratio, and it's paired with a 6'6" medium action rod. Okay, fast tip. And here I have 12-pound floor coat fishing line. And again, what I'll use this combo for is anything with treble hooks, basically. Anything with treble hooks, you're going to want a medium action rod, and you're going to want something a little bit more forgiving than the braid. Okay, it'll give me that extra needed give when I'm setting hooks. So on here at the moment, I just have a rattle trap. I have a lipless crank. Okay, this is the rod I use to find the fish. Okay, which means I'm putting on a moving bait like the rattle trap. I'll put a spinner bait on this. I'll put swim jigs on this. Anything moving, you know, flukes, swim baits, smaller swim baits, and this works great. Also, what I'll use this rod for is some top water. I'll use this for the top waters lures that I have with the treble hooks. So that's your spooks, that's your jitterbugs, things of that nature. You're also going to want to use this. Okay, if you're not doing kayak fishing, you can go with the longer rods. I tend to get 7 and below just for the fact that a lot of times I am on the kayak. I just want to be a little more compact. But you can go with a longer length. You don't have to stick to the 6'6". But again, this is my search bait. This is me finding the fish. This is also me fishing the middle part of the water column. Okay, sometimes on the top, like I said, but for the most part, that's what I use this combo for. Okay, guys, let's fish some top water. Okay, I have a Cast King bait caster here. It is a 7 gear ratio that gives me a little more speed for some of my top water applications, like a buzz bait or a whopper plopper. Anything that I want to burn on top of the water just gives me that speed. It's paired with an Eagle Claw 6-foot medium heavy action rod. Okay, this is an older rod. It's just something I had laying around that I paired this with for this application. I also like this rod for me because when I am fishing in the kayak, it gives me a shorter handle, so I'm not fumbling around with a long handle. When you're in a kayak, you're in confined space. You're in a smaller space that you need to control your equipment a little bit better. This helps out. On here, I have 30-pound braid to a 18-pound fluorocoat leader. And to that, I have tied a frog. It's a Booyah pad crasher. I believe it's a dark brown color. Very nice. I like these. But you probably really should be using a heavy rod for this application. But again, I'm trying to show you guys versatile rods. things that can handle more than one situation. So this is what I have for you guys, okay? So on here I have a Booyah Pad Crasher. It's a nice dark brown, nice frog. You can use just about any type of top water on this. You can use something like this. You can use a solid body frog, plastic, soft plastic frog. You could even use some swim baits and just burn them across the top. And this will help you search that top water column. So each rod I've shown you, you can fish different depths. You can fish the bottom, you can fish the middle, and now you can fish the top. Let's say I'm on a lake and the top water bite is just not happening, and I'm noticing there's a lot of vegetation. I can also switch this over to a punching rig. It's not ideal for a punching rig, but it'll work. You're gonna want a heavier line, obviously, and if you can, a heavier rod. But this will work in a pinch. So if I'm out there and I'm not getting the topwater bite, and I see that vegetation, I see those pads of grass, I'll rig this with a punching rig as well. Quick tip, this is an older rod, so it doesn't have that bait keeper down at the bottom. So when you have a rod without a bait keeper, what do you guys do? You take the hook and you run it right through the eyelet, right? Don't do that. When you take your hook and you run it through the eyelet, you can damage that eyelet. And if you damage that eyelet, let's say you nick the inside of it, that nick is going to always catch your line. And if it catches your line, it's going to cause friction, it's going to damage your line, and what's going to happen? You're going to break off on that big fish. So don't put it in the eyelet. What I like to do is I'll take that hook and I'll put it to on the arm of the eyelet, and then I'll reel that in. Just barely enough tension, and there we go. I'm not damaging that eyelet, but I have my bait in place. It's not swinging around. Okay, so this rod is probably a little more versatile, I guess. Well, not more versatile, but this will cover your top water applications. And then if you choose to go into a punching rig, you can cover the bottom. Okay, so those are my 3 rods. Okay, these rods will always be with me on the kayak or on the fishing boat, or if I'm fishing from shore, these are the 3 rods I will bring. Okay, again, that's medium heavy for the top water. You have a medium for the middle column, as well as some top water applications, anything with a treble hook. And then you have your spinning gear for your finesse baits. Okay, again, I'm pretty sure all 3 of these combos were under $100 or right around the $100 mark. And again, when you watch other people's videos and you ask them what's an affordable rod, and they bust out, or an affordable combo, and they bust out, $150 rod paired with a $100 reel, that's a $250 setup. And for a lot of you, that could be a lot of money. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, and I understand that, and that's why I felt I needed to do this video. I can show you guys quality stuff here that works great and that'll meet your needs. If you have any questions, please post them down below. I'll be happy to answer them. If you have any comments or suggestions, like say, hey, what about using this type of rod instead, pairing it up with that type of bait? I'm learning as I go too, guys, so I'm more than happy to have that type of feedback as well. So those are the basic setups that'll get you through most situations on the water when bass fishing. Are those the only rods or combos that I'll take with me out on the water? No. I enjoy some pan fishing, so I'll have an ultralight spinning rod with me as well. And then if I know the lake a little bit more and I know what situations, I'm either fewer rods or more rods. Usually when I'm fishing a lake I don't know, I'll bring an extra rod just so I can have that extra setup to find those fish. Are those the best rods I have? No. I have some nicer rods that I do enjoy, But again, I wanted to keep these affordable for you guys, so that's what I showed you. I really wanted to show you guys something that's affordable and something that's minimal. Okay? 3 rods you can get away with that'll help you out in most situations at an affordable price. So there you have it. I hope it helped, guys. I really do. So thanks for watching. I hope it helps you out. If it did, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate the support. And in the meantime, it's Bill from Catch 22. I'll see you out on the water.